Today I'm going to tell you a story about Jesus called The Loving Welcome. There was a man called Simon who was a Pharisee, and he really wanted to know more about this new teacher called Jesus. So he invited him over to his house for dinner. Now it was very hot where they lived, and so Simon decided to use his courtyard to set out a nice table of food, loads of delicious stuff on there, and it was really shady under the trees, really nice place to come and eat. And so Jesus arrived with a few other guests, and they all sat around, lovely food, eating, drinking and talking. Now, because what Jesus had to say was so fascinating, loads of people wanted to hear it. So they started gathering from the streets. They came into the courtyard and it was quite snug, quite cosy, quite crowded. Simon was looking around at all the people in his courtyard and listening to Jesus. And then he spotted a woman with a bad reputation. A woman who made lots of wrong choices. Everyone knew her, no one liked her, because what she did was bad. As Simon continued to watch, he noticed she slipped gently next to where Jesus was sitting. She began pouring some very expensive perfume onto Jesus' feet. She was crying so much, so many tears, that she soaked Jesus' feet. They were wet from tears. And then she took her hair and she dried his feet with her hair. And then she gently kissed Jesus' feet. Simon was horrified, and he decided that maybe Jesus wasn't a prophet from God after all. How could he let this awful woman do these things to him? Surely he ought to know what a sinful woman she was and not want her anywhere near him. Jesus, however, he knew what was going on in Simon's mind. And he turned and looked directly at him and spoke to him. Simon, if two men owe another man some money, one man owes 500 gold coins, and the other man owes only 50 gold coins, and then the money lender decides to let them off their debt, forgives them, and they go completely free. Which of those two men do you think would be more grateful and show more love to the moneylender? Well, Simon replied, I suppose it was the one who owed the more money and was let off the biggest debt that was the most grateful. You are right, agreed Jesus. Simon, the road here is very dry and very dusty, and it is very hot. And yet, since I arrived at your house, you have not offered me any water for my feet. And yet this woman, she has wet my feet and washed them with her tears. You did not give me a welcoming hug. And yet this woman has not stopped kissing my feet. You did not offer me any oil to refresh my head, as is the custom here. And yet she has poured out expensive perfume onto my feet. She has shown me all this love because she knows how much she has been forgiven, and she is grateful to God for his forgiveness. Those people that don't think they need God's forgiveness, they don't show love and gratitude. Then Jesus turned to the woman and he said to her, Your sins are forgiven. Go and live a peaceful life. Your faith in me has saved you. So where does our story today fit into God's big story? Well, God is love, and he made us to be close to him and to show love. People like the sinful woman chose to do things that were bad and make wrong choices, and that separated us from God. But God had a plan, and he sent Jesus to forgive us from the things we've done wrong so we could be close to him again.